Well, we've asked everyone at Church for All Nations and those listening to really consider making the month of January a time of prayer and fasting. You know, in Matthew chapter 17, there was this incident where this man brought his son to the disciples of the Lord, and they just weren't able to get the devil out. And so basically, the man came to Jesus, and he actually, there was a pretty strong rebuke. Jesus answered and said, "You faithless and perverse generation." There's no comforting going on right here. And he said, "How long am I going to be with you?" basically. And so Jesus rebuked the devil came out. And then it says in Matthew 17, verse 19, the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, "Why could we not cast it out?" So Jesus said to them, "Because of your unbelief. For assuredly, I say unto you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible to you." Verse 21, however, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. Just a little bit of clarity there and encourage you in this. He didn't basically say it was a lack of faith. When they ask, "Why did that devil not come out?" he said, "Because of your unbelief." The way I teach it, growing up on the farm back in West Texas, we used to have kill switches on the tractors and some of the older vehicles. And a kill switch cut the power so that the engine, no matter how many times you cranked it, it wouldn't turn on. Unbelief is like the kill switch to our faith. Jesus said faith is a grain of mustard seeds, enough to move a mountain. And so one of the things I like to make clear, it wasn't the devil, that it wasn't the prayer and fasting that was going to cause the devil to come out. It was the prayer and fasting that would deal with the unbelief so that the faith would be free to cast that devil out, because we've all been given the measure of faith. And I believe right now, leading up to the inauguration, there are nefarious, evil, and wicked spiritual forces that are trying to bring this nation down and interfere with our inauguration and a host of other things. We've got potential threats of global war, and there's just a host of things. So I want to encourage you to take the time to pray and fast, seek the Lord. We've also got a little document that you can download, and it was put together by Bill Bright, Campus Crusade for Christ. Just some practical tips on fasting. It's not really the fasting that does the work. The fasting deals with our flesh, and it allows our spirit man and our faith to arise and not be all weighed down by the cumbersome nature of, eating and food and all of that. The last thing I'll say is, please be wise. I know some people have health conditions and things like that. Do not do anything that will jeopardize your health. And maybe you need to talk with your doctor if you have a particular type of condition. But for most of us, it's not going to hurt us one bit to do some fasting. And ask the Lord to help you, lead you, guide you, and direct you. But I want to encourage you to really focus during this time. January is a critical time of the month, leading up to the inauguration, the day of it, and then even after that. We're not going to cease to pray and fast after that. So thank you for taking time to listen to this. May the Lord bless you richly.